What's going on, everybody? You have Tone here, back with another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. This time, bringing you guys my team builder and battle for week number 4 of the PBA season number 2, where this week we are taking on the Chicago Pults, coached by Q the Costa Rican. His link will be in the description down below. Be sure to check him out. Really cool guy, and this is going to be a very, very interesting battle for sure. He has a lot of threats to have to worry about. He has his main mon Dragapult, of course, and then he has like a bunch of high-key threats: Azumarill, Galarian, Zapdos, Tera, free Tera King Gambit. Can't really say how much I respect that mon, even though I do have some responses, but they're not foolproof. And then even so, he has like good defensive mon. Galarian Slowking is never a bad Pokemon, and yeah, I can't underestimate that. Tera Hisuian Electrode can like really punish my Garchomp with like Tera Ice, knock that thing out, or Tera Fairy, whatever, if he wants to have a means of hitting Garchomp and Chanpal super effectively. And then even the lower tier stuff like Titan with conjunction with Chili Reception, Galarian Slowking can do a big number to my team. Granted, I do have a way of checking it with Vaporeon, but spoiler, I'm actually not bringing Vaporeon this time around. And then of course Tera Masquerain. I'm never going to like disregard a lower tier Pokemon because I respect it, but Masquerain is actually kind of one of those Pokemon that you never really pay attention to, and then you see it has Tera, and then you think about the fact that it has like Sticky Web, Quiver Dance, Tera into whatever typing, and yeah, it's still a low-key threat. But for the most part, I'm expecting essentially the top 6 for the most part to come, like either Cleavor or Donphan for the Rocker. King Gambit can do some work. Azu is never bad, especially considering it does resist Chanpal's dual stab. Galarian Slowking has to come, or else his entire team is fodder for my Gardevoir. Dragapult is the fastest Pokemon on both sides of the field, and then Galarian Zapdos as a means of like checking like my faster threats with like Chanpal with like a Scarf Set or whatever. But as for the team I ended up building for this week, first off, good old-fashioned Chanpal, standard SD3 attacks with never Melt Ice. Yes, he does have 2 options, a Stealth Rock with the Donphan and the Cleavor. I'm expecting one of them to come, but at the same time, I'm not really that concerned about having HP on Chanpal, because this thing is just designed to come in and do damage. That's pretty much Chanpal is designed to do. It pressures out the Galarian Slowking with Crunch, Ice Spinner for the Zapdos, Ice Shard to revenge kill like non-Yachi Berry Dragapult, and the like, and then Swords Dance just to boost its damage output. This is a very straightforward Chanpal set. I'm not trying to do too much with this. Boots would have been helpful, of course, but I wanted the extra damage with never Melt Ice boosted Ice Spinners and Ice Shards, just to make sure that I don't have to risk any rolls. So yeah, that is a Chanpal. I am only running enough speed to guarantee outspeed, I believe. This is outspeeding, I'm pretty positive his like Dragapult faster. I think that's outspeeding Galarian Zapdos for the most part. And if it's Scarf, I just have Ice Shard to pick that thing off, and then max attack, Adamant Nature, do as much damage as possible, and the rest is thrown into defense to take better hits better from stuff like Azumarill's Aqua Jet and King Gambit's Sucker Punch. Then we have our Fizdef, Rocky Helmet, Garchomp here, Earthquake, Stone Edge, Stealth Rock, and Door. This is my means of wearing down Galarian Zapdos, most of his physical stuff like Azumarill, King Gambit, Cleavor to a lesser extent. But yeah, this is just my way of just getting up rocks and just trying to chip down his team with Rough Skin, Rocky Helmet chip, Earthquake, and Stone Edge, everything on his team neutrally. So yeah, very straightforward set here. I'm not outspeeding Galarian Zapdos because I need all this extra defense to avoid the 2-hit KO from Scarf, Close Combat, or Brave Bird from Galarian Zapdos after Stealth Rock. That's what the investment he is here for. The 120 speed EV is enough to guarantee outspeed Cleavor with a Jolly Nature, and yeah, it's a very straightforward set. Get up rocks, get some chip, and go to town. That's pretty much the idea with Garchomp here. Just whittle down the physical attackers on Q's team. Then next up, we have our Gardevoir making another appearance here. With Pixie Plate, with Psyshock, Moonblast, Shadow Sneak, and Will-O-Wisp. This is a very interesting set, but like I said, this is designed to again, do damage to his team. Like I said earlier, his way of dealing with Gardevoir is that Galarian Slowking, and if it's Assault Vest, I do have Psyshock over Psychic to guarantee do more damage. I think it's better of a 3-hit KO. Close to a 2-hit KO if I manage to get up Stealth Rock with my Garchomp. Moonblast hits everything on his team that's not Galarian Slowking. Shadow Sneak is just a very nice, funny catch-all to like pick off a weakened Dragapult if I can help it. And the fourth move is Will-O-Wisp because, yeah, most of his team, aside from like Slowking and Electrode, Masquerain, and then Dragapult, if it's not physical, do not appreciate being burnt. So yeah, I'm able to cripple most of his physical attackers with Will-O-Wisp, and yeah, so crippling stuff like Azumarill, King Gambit, Donphan, stuff like that will definitely go a long way in this matchup. So as for the EVs, 16 speed EVs, and that's a guarantee outspeed. Adamant max speed is Adamant base 50, so Azumarill, King Gambit, and Donphan, they're all base 50 speed. The 248 HP with a 16 in special defense lets me guaranteed live I'm pretty sure this lives a Specs Dragapult Shadow Ball after rocks. If I have to. And I could just revenge that thing with a Moonblast, and then the rest throw in the special attack with a modest nature to do as most damage as possible. I could have tried to like outspeed like Satitan, with like Slush Rush or anything, but if I bring Gardevoir in on Satitan and I trace Slush Rush, I feel like he'd be more inclined to click Ice Shard just as a means of ensuring he gets damage on my Gardevoir, because if I was like Scarf Slush Rush, he would not outspeed me. So yeah, I'm not really concerned about him trying to outspeed Satitan, because Titan has the priority to get chip damage on Gardevoir, especially if they get the Belly Drum. So yeah, that is the Gardevoir. Then we have good old-fashioned Hisuian Lilligant, a 4th week in a row. Like, this is just a go-to set, I feel, for Hisuian Lilligant, especially with a free Tera format. And even if it wasn't free Tera, I'd still pick Tera Ghost in this sort of set any day of the week. This has been doing so much work this season. Close Combat, Tera Blast, Victory Dance, Synthesis. This is pretty much all you need. Look at any matchup. Ghost plus Fighting hits everything, except for one Pokemon, but I'm not facing that Pokemon at the time being. So yeah, Close Combat hits everything that's not Dragapult, and his Fighting Resist don't appreciate a Tera Blast, especially considering I need Tera Ghost to hit the Galarian Slowking super effectively. Other than that though, this is a very straightforward set. Max HP to be as bulky as possible, speed for Galarian Zapdos, rest thrown into attack. I don't really need that much, especially if I'm able to get up enough Victory Dances and set up on his physical threats. And yeah, since it's back up, and yeah, just rinse, repeat, and then I just go to town with this thing. Like, this is a very straightforward Hisuian Lilligant set, nothing too fancy as far as I'm concerned. Then we have our physically defensive Rocky Helmet Orthworm. This is here as a means of checking, another way of checking his physical attackers. Predominantly, this is here more so to deal with the Azumarill, to ease up pressure on the Garchomp, trying to take a hit from that thing. So yeah, so Garchomp's designed mainly for the Zapdos. This is more designed to take on the Azumarill, to a lesser extent King Gambit, and even the Cleavor, since it does resist a dual stab. And I can just get up a layer of spikes. He does have a removal in the Donphan, but at the same time though, Donphan cannot Earthquake me, and it's going to struggle to break through my team regardless. I do have to be cautious though, trying to like body press into like Dragapult if he decides to go hard into that. But even so, Heavy Slam plus Body Press does do a good chunk of damage to his entire team though, regardless. So yeah, Heavy Slam, Body Press, very straightforward. Iron Defense boosts my defense and just increase the damage output of Body Press. And then Spikes is just there for the extra chip. It's just a very straightforward physically defensive set. Nothing much else to say about that. And then lastly is our Assault Vest Electros, which is basically designed as a means of pivoting into the Dragapult if it is more like a spec set. But yeah, this is just basically here to check his special attackers, the Dragapult, Galarian Slowking, Hisuian Electrode, and the like. Discharge, just try to get a para to get some residual chip damage on everything. Giga Drain to hit the Donphan super effectively, as well as the Azumarill if it's not Sap Sipper. Dragon Pulse just gives me a means of doing more damage to the Dragapult, so I'm not like set up fodder for that thing. And of course, U-turn for momentum on stuff like the Donphan. Investment is pretty straightforward. I kind of want to say this is basically just enough investment to avoid being 2-KO'd by any specs hit from Dragapult after rocks, with the exception being like Draco Meteor, but I'm pretty sure even 2 Draco Meteors do not knock out Electros. So yeah, this is a very offensively pivot AV Electros. Nothing much else to say about that, and yeah, that is a team builder, and with that out of the way, let's head on over to the battle. Alright guys, so here we are with the battle for week number 4 of the PBA, taking on Q and his Chicago Pults, and yeah, more or less what I was expecting. There is no King Gambit. Okay, that is interesting to note. I was definitely expecting King Gambit to come, and I was a bit of a toss-up between the Donphan and the Cleavor for him, but he ended up going with the Cleavor, no Donphan. He brings the Hisuian Electro though, I guess for just the added speed. So I have 2 potential leads on my part. I can lead off with my Garchomp, or I can lead off with my Electros. Both of them aren't bad leads per se. I think for the most part I'm just going to lead with my Garchomp. It feels like the safest of the bunch. The only downside is if he leads Electro, but I'm thinking he's going to lead off a Cleavor just to get up, and just go straight for Stone Axe. I am very, very weak to, I feel like I'm very weak to Zapdos, to be perfectly honest. So, with no King Gambit, let's see, I need to figure out what he can Tera with his team. But in any case, good luck, have fun, as always, to Q. It's been a while since I've actually played him, so hopefully we can come away with a W and continue our undefeated season so far. He's also 3-0, so this is going to be a definite battle of the Titans so far. Okay. So yeah, I was debating between Garchomp and Electros. His Hisuian Electro was the only Pokemon on his team that he brought that can Tera. I don't want to risk taking a Tera Ice Tera Blast in the face. I'm just going to go into Electros. As much as I dislike doing this so early, I need to keep Garchomp healthy for Zapdos. I don't want to take a risk turn 1. If he Volt Switches, he gets me. So yeah, he's just going to Tera immediately and just try to take me out turn 1 here. So do we see Tera Ice immediately? Yes, we did. So yeah, I made the right play. I had to make this play. So yeah, Tera Blast. And that did 370 to 282. That is 91 damage. Okay. So I can't tell if that's modest or timid, but it should be modest damage from my assumptions. A part of me wants to just discharge right away, because he did not. Well, yeah, I could actually discharge right away. Because he's not what you call it? He's gonna go Slowking, but at the same time, like, what can I do to prevent that? So yeah, let's just switches. Yeah. I could have U-turn alternatively, because he was definitely gonna go into Slowking on this. Like, he has no reason not to. So theoretically, I could have just clicked U-turn. Craven, that sounds like it's Slowking thing. It's Cleavor. Okay. I don't get the discharge para, that's fine. So yeah, let's just go out into Garchomp now. He did not bring any form of removal, so he's gonna go for his Stone Axe, or he could just U-turn here, but I definitely will keep my Electros. He's either gonna Stone Axe or U-turn. Yeah, so there's a Stone Axe. Not very effective. He takes the Rough Skin, takes the Rocky Helmet. That's fine. And then it goes to Rocks. So, which sucks because my Chen-Pao is not heavy duty boots. I'm just gonna get up my own Rocks here because he doesn't have removal, and getting chip on the Zapdos would be a lot more beneficial for my team as well. So I'm assuming he's gonna go for Stone Axe Scissor. So yeah, that's going to take him out here. So, Rough Skin, Rocky Helmet, down goes the Cleavor. So, Garchomp, KOs Cleavor, the Rocky Helmet. Yeah, I'm now making myself immensely weaker to Zapdos now. But I did manage to get up my rocks, which is good. Electro can come out. Ideally, I am just going to keep this. The problem is he is just going to get the free Volt Switch. Like, there's no way in hell I'm staying in. And at the very least, when he goes, if I'm able to get Garchomp back in on, like, Slowking or something, I can just click Endure. So I'm okay with that. The only problem is I can't switch out. So, Volt Switch, or just Tera Blast. Okay. Yeah, any damage is damage, so it makes sense. Yeah, now the Dragapults becoming a lot more of a problem, too. So let's see. I could discharge again. But do I feel like he's going to go into Slowking this time? I feel like he would. I feel like this time he would. So let's just U-turn. So there's a Volt Switch. I do live another hit. I probably could have just stayed in at that point. Marcus is also becoming a tiny bit more of an issue now. I'd imagine that the Slowking comes in. CB Marcus. Is that Slowking? Yeah, it's the Slowking. Okay, good. So I do catch. I am going to U-turn out here. I don't want to go into Champel right away. I don't see the point in doing that. Like, the main punish here going Garchomp is if he's Sugar Berry as opposed to being Assault Vest. But, I'll get to find out right now if he's Sugar. Like, I don't need to do anything crazy. If he goes Zapdos, he goes Zapdos. I don't really care. If he stays in, he's Sugar Berry. So I'll have that information in the back. And on top of that, if Garchomp goes down here, I can just go into Gardevoir, Tracer Generator, and click Side Shock. So that's cool. So let's see, what's his play here? He could just sack Electro, actually. If he goes hard Zapdos, he goes hard Zapdos, but I'd rather not risk that. Yeah, he is going to withdraw here. Yimmy. Is that the Zapdos? That is the Zapdos. Okay. I am fine with that. So... Damn. Let's Endure. Worst case scenario, he's bulked up. Like, literally worst case scenario, he's bulked up. Okay, Thunder is good. I'll take that. So we live on one. Do we see Protective Pads? He's not Pads. Okay, so he takes the Rough Skin, the Rocky Helmet chip. That's all I need. And let's just go for Stone Edge. He will knock out my Garchomp. But that means he's just taking more Rough Skin, Rocky Helmet chip. So Galarian Zapdos KOs Garchomp with Thunderous. I am okay with that because I got the damage off I needed for the Shenpao. I think I'm kind of forced to go into Shenpao now. The other play I could do is I can go into Lilligant and Tera and Victory Dance. But what do I gain by doing that, is the question. Like, what other out do I have if I don't... Like, do I get punished if I don't start a setup now, is the thing. I'm just gonna go off of the assumption that it's Scarf. So let's try it. If I get punished for this, I get punished for this. It's a bit too early of a commit, yes, but at the same time, like, what other chance do I have, right? Cause I don't really see anything else, I could set up on. Yeah, this is probably a bad point. I'm just going to assume that he's not ready to chase now. Oh god, he was choice. Yes! Oh my god. I cannot believe that just worked out for me. I cannot believe that just worked out for me. Gotta go +2. Withdraw. Ham sandwich. Sumeru? No, hard Pults. Okay. Ooh boy. Alright, Urza, you haven't let me down so far. Please don't let that start today. Please don't let that start today. Let's go! Thank you! Let's freaking go! It's boots, because it didn't take self-lock damage. So down goes the Dragapult. Let's go! Tera Blast is disabled. Ooh! Good bring! That is a really good bring. Damn, well, there goes the sweep. Actually, I can't Tera Blast. I'm not attacking. I have to see what I can, let's see if I can go 3 turns here. I don't think I am. Cycle. That's 1. I put Synthesis. The fact that he brought Cursed Body. The fact that he brought Cursed Body, man. No. Psychic. Yeah, he has to go for the freeze. No longer disabled. Beautiful. Now then, let's pick up where we left off, shall we? Okay. I was bound to miss at some point. I was bound to miss at some point. It's fine. I am okay. Psychic, Ice Beam. This is really, really close now. I think I got a Tera Blast now. There we go, okay. So, down goes the Slowking. Hisuian Lilligant KOs Slowking with Tera Blast. I don't think Azumarill kills me. Down, in comes the Electrode. I'll try it. Okay. This should drop. This should drop. There we go. And I crit too. I don't think the crit mattered because I was plus. So Hisuian Lilligant KOs Hisuian Electrode with Tera Blast. Yeah, so that one just comes down to me not missing Tera Blast versus the Azu and the... Try it, please. Alright, that's 4. Hisuian Lilligant KOs Hisuian Galarian Zapdos with Tera Blast. And all he has left is a Zumaro. So, barring a miss, no, even with the miss, I think I'm still okay. So, Tera Blast. He clicked on... Okay. Okay, he was trying to get me to synthesis there. Makes sense. I thought he was just going to raw play rough for liquidation, to be honest. And that's the game, folks. So, yeah, Hisuian Lilligant going in once again. GG to Q. We win 5-0 on the back of Hisuian Lilligant one more time. Like, I'm telling you. I am telling you. It missed twice. But Tera Hisuian Lilligant was a mistake. I do not know how many times I have to repeat this. I've only done it once, actually. But still, if this is any showcase as to why Hisuian Lilligant with Tera should not have been allowed, let this be another reminder to you people that the combination of Ghost plus Fighting is not to be trifled with. I have only used 3 Pokemon to win this game 5-0. It is insane what can happen when you get the opportunity to set up. I question when I set up, and I'm glad I did. If the Zapdos wasn't Scarf, this wouldn't have been possible. Granted, it missed twice, but it got 5 kills. So I think that gives a Lilligant 11. I want to say Lilligant has 11 kills now. Let me see. 5 here, 4 week 1, none week 2, 2 week 3. Yeah, it's 11. It's 11 and 0. It's 11 and 0. Yeah. What else can I say, guys? Again, GG to Q. We pick up a 5-0 win, 4-0 in the season, plus 15 differential. I believe we are still the #1 team in the division. GG as always to Q. Check him out in the description. Check out all the other coaches taking part in the PBA. And until the next time, this is Tone, signing out for now. Peace out.